What's going on, everyone? So welcome back to the channel. We've recently finished this hardscape here, so today we're going to be planting it. Let's get into it. So what plants are we going to use? So I'm going to take some of this Java fern. I've got some tissue cultures here, and then I'm going to take some plants out of here. So I'll take some Rotala, this plant here, Proserpinaca, some Blixa there, Monte Carlo. So I've got Monte Carlo already grown in that tank, and I've got some tissue culture, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And then I've got some Hygrophila pinnatophyta there. And then we'll see how it goes and see if we need to add anything else in. So, oh yeah, and we've got a Crypt 20 green that I might use. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna prep all that plants now, and then we'll get over to the tank. Right guys, that took so much longer than I expected. Probably took me about an hour to get all the plants out and get them ready. I'll show you them now. So here is the plants. All my Java fern there. I've got like baby Java fern as well, which is really cool. It's not in the best of health, but it'll do alright. Got like a tiny bit of Anubias. I think it's Anubias nana, but I'm gonna say it's a petite version because it's so small. Rotala Walichi there, and I've just made a few little groups together, sort of like between like 4 and 8 stems, and I cut like another stem plant and sort of tie them together in groups like that. Got some Eleocharis mini here, so hair grass. This is a tissue culture, really hard to grow in a low-tech aquarium, but I'm going to give it a go. I've heard of a couple of people that have managed to do it. Some Blixa. I've got some more of that in the big tank, so I might get some more of that. Hygrophila pinnatophyta, really nice. A lot of these plants were grown in CO2 initially and haven't been since I got them, so they've melted back slightly, and they've got lots of new growth coming through and lots of new root systems. This is the Crypt 20 green, so this melted back completely. There was nothing left of it when I placed it into the tank, but you can see all the new growth here is all starting to come through. Monte Carlo tissue culture and Monte Carlo grown in the tank, so and Proserpinaca palustrius, so we'll see how that goes. That again, it's still converting to low tech, so not many leaves on some of this stuff, but I'm pretty hopeful of it coming back. So I'm going to put some water into the aquarium just to fill it up sort of to like the substrate layer, and then we'll get planting. A tip, just in case you need a tip, when I'm doing these sorts of tanks, like I don't want the plants to dry out, so I just sort of cover them in like wet tissue paper just to keep them damp so they don't dry out. And I'll just show you guys, look at the mess I've made from all the when I was taking the plants out of the tank, all these floating plants. Like I really like them, Amazon frog bit. But yeah, what a mess. That's not my towel, by the way. It's my daughter's. Alright, so let's get starting with the planting. I think I'll start with the smaller stuff at the front and then work our way back. One thing I did do was I added some root tabs just to this front piece here. Made sure I buried them quite deeply, just because there's not much aqua soil down here. Well, there's no aqua soil down here, so I've just put some root tabs in just to help get nutrients to the plants. And this should stay pretty small in a low-tech aquarium, this Blixa. So in a high-tech aquarium it can grow quite big, but in a low-tech it should remain quite small. So I'm sort of expecting this Monte Carlo to float back up. I find it an absolute nightmare to plant initially, generally because it's like a really flat plant. So I just try and, like, if I can, like roll it together so you can get something that you can put into the substrate, and we'll see how we go. And once I fill it up properly, we may have plenty of floating plants. We'll see. So that the tissue culture is way easier than this. So this has been grown submerged already. So what should we do next? So we'll do this Eleocharis. I just, if it will focus, I just roll it up in my fingers and little clumps. It actually come out the tissue culture box pretty good, almost like just lots of little clumps like this already. I've got lots here, not sure I'm going to use it all. Get in there. So I think that's all I'm going to do with the hair grass. I'm going to fill it up with some more water. So now I'll add the stem plants to the tank. I also grabbed a bit of this as well. Let's see if it'll focus on the camera. So I think it's like a dwarf sage plant. It was growing, or it had little to no light in the big tank. It was just under a piece of wood basically, so I thought I'd take it out and put it in here, see how it goes. Alright, well, let's continue filling it up. That's all my plants that I've planned. I can add more, but we'll see how it goes. And here is the tank, guys. Now it took me absolutely ages. I didn't think that airline would be so slow, but it was. But I'm actually really pleased with the result because I didn't clean any of the sand prior to putting it in. And you can see that it's like almost clear already. There's no dust or anything from it. So I'm really, really pleased. I'll just talk through the plant choice. So you can, all at the front here, there's the Blixa there, so that'll spread into here. Ambitious, I know, but I'm really hoping this spreads down the front. I'll take you in a bit closer and we can have a look at these jab fins. So I put this this piece in here, and what happened, I actually had a lot of baby pieces that come off it, so I've added them. I'm really not sure if you can see them. There's one there, and that'll slowly grow into something a bit bigger. One there. Another one down there. There's actually a lot more baby pieces on it as well, but they didn't come off, so there's one there. They just grow at the end of the leaves. So as well as the rhizome extending, if you like, or growing, they grow little baby ones out the end of the leaves there. There's the Monte Carlo. I'm not sure if it was just because it was in the air for a bit prior to me planting, but you can see, look at all the air bubbles, look at all the pearling from that. This is going to, remember, this is a low-tech aquarium and it's just been filled, so generally you do get a bit of pearling anyway, but I think it's probably because of being exposed to the air for quite a number of minutes before being planted. But even the Crypt Wenty green, it's got a bit of air on it there. So we come around here, you can see that's the dwarf sage there. Here's the Hygrophila, and then just peeking up over the top, hopefully you can see it, is the Rotala Wallichi. So that will grow all the way to the top, but it's just nice. It's got a beautiful red colour on it. Even though it's grown under low light in my other aquarium, you can start to see some of that coloration. And then we got the Palustrius just there. But what do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon it's good? Do you reckon I've done something that I shouldn't have done? I'm a bit worried this rock here, because it's so close to the light, will end up with a load of algae growing on it. All right, it's been an extra couple of hours. I've moved the tank into its permanent home on this shelf here. I've added a filter on, so I've put the Seachem Tidal 35, I think it is. It's a bit bulky for this tank, but I really, really like them. I really like how adjustable the flow is. So it's on the lowest at the minute, but you can turn it up, and yeah, they're just really, really user friendly. But look how good it looks, guys. I'm really, really impressed with it. It's the first time working with this stone, but each time you do an aquascape, you can just feel yourself getting that little bit better all the time. So you can see things differently or see things a little bit better, and yeah, I'm really, really impressed with it. I can't wait. You just get like a little hint of the Rotalo Elitri at the back there. Yeah, the nice colours on it, the nice reds. There it is, all back there. So let me know what you think. I think it's a good scape. Do you like it? I'm hoping it grows in well and nicely. And it's a brand new tank, so I'm not going to add any fish to it yet. I was going to add a better fish to it. I've got one that used to be in this tank that's currently up there, just swimming right there. I might add him to here, or I might not. Let me know what you think. But it'll take a couple of weeks, or maybe more actually, for this tank to cycle. So it's a brand new tank effectively. All new substrate, new aqua soil, which will be leaching ammonia. All the media in the filter is all brand new as well. So it's going to take probably a month, I reckon. So I'll give you an update when I do put the fish into the tank, whatever the fish may be. And as ever, when you've got 5 fish tanks, the work doesn't really stop. And unfortunately, this one that had some dragonfly nymphs in them, or one that I've seen, I've been speaking to lots of people on YouTube and Instagram. It's not good news, like in terms of what it means for the tank. So I think I'm going to break the tank down and start again. So it means another rescape. But this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. So all my tanks are currently low tech. So I've got 5 tanks, plus this little hospital one here. They're all low tech. But yeah, this time, like I say, I think I'm going to try something a little bit different. And just watch out for the video, guys, because I will be documenting it all, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this content or enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. So I'm using this really thin airline to fill it up, and it works really well. If you put it in the water.